What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. Here today with a quick review and demonstration over the brain by Thenatan or Thenatan. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce it, but I do want to send a shout out to Natan for reaching out to your boy and asking him if you want to do a review on this product. Basically, what the brain is it's an AI technology and a soft synth. So basically it creates random patches for you and random sounds for you just with the click of a button. Make sure if you guys like this content, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, subscribe and hit that notification bell so every time we drop a new video, you can be the first to find out. But before we get into this video, I know you guys aren't here for this, but if you like sports and you like jokes, your boy's got a sports podcast called the Playmakers Lounge Podcast. I'll leave the link below in the description. Check it out. Come rocks with me. But let's go ahead and get right into this review.
SumnSumnSumn, hit the key.
All right, so I came to the website because basically they can describe their product a little better than I can. It's $12.50 right now, so it is $67 off the normal price. And basically it says the brain's an intelligent generative soft synth that will randomly create a new patch at the click of a button. But unlike an ordinary synth, Brain creates patches using a very unique sound design algorithm, XY-DNA, that combine oscillators, envelopes, LFOs, pitch, and filters. And then these are all the functions of it. So it's got two oscillators, it's got sine, saw, tri, square, noise with the mix knob, up to 12 voices, amp envelopes, filter envelopes, pitch and filter LFOs, preset browser system, a full range virtual keyboard, poly mono glide controls, automation, factory presets, scalable HD interface, audio visualizer, and a powerful master effects. But let's go ahead and check the plugin out. So when you open up the plugin, it's going to look like this. So it's got a pretty nice looking GUI. It's got a brain that rotates. You'll see right here this little lightning spot in the middle. If you push that, it randomizes the patch for you and gives you a different sound. Basically, I made a beat. Of course, you already know that. And with this beat, the cool thing is that I already randomized the first two sounds that I used. And if it wasn't for the randomize, I probably would have never come up with this beat because it's not really the kind of beat that I would normally make. I want to make sure you guys know that when I do these demonstrations, I never put any effects on any of the synth noises or the noise of the plugins that I'm trying, because you can make anything sound good with some effects. I just want you guys to hear the raw sounds so you can be the judge from there. All of the noises came from this plugin, so there's 5 different instances, and then the drums came from my drum kit. Free download in the description. But let's go ahead and get right into this beat. All right, so that's the little beat that I got for you guys. So basically, let's go ahead and take a look at the actual plugin. So I'm going to start off by going through some of the presets, and then I'm going to go through some of the functions, and then I'm going to go through the actual randomizing last. So what I'm going to do is, it's basically, it's more so probably of an EDM or dance or trance or something like that plugin than it is for trap, but you can use it for anything. Obviously, you can see that right there. So right here is your presets. I'm going to start off with bass. There's a whole bunch of different basses. I may not hit every single sound, but I'm just going to run through them. And another thing, obviously, that I like is that you can scroll through this with the mouse. I love that. Or you can use the up and down and enter button. And I love that too. So let's go. That one's right. What? So now we'll just go through some bells real quick. I will admit, in my opinion, drums aren't necessarily the strongest point. But I guess it's got oscillators and stuff like that for you to be able to edit them. So the sound effects, this is one that I used in the song. And so we'll play some of the leads. It's got your transgate there. It's got some pads. We all love the pads. So those are the pads. We'll go to the plucks and I'll just run this again. And lastly, the strings. All right, so I'm just gonna go back to the plugs. I'm gonna show you guys just what the rest of the effects and stuff look like and what they do. So we'll just go to this chordish one. We'll play this one. All right, so right here you have your. Actually, we'll start here. Right here you have your oscillators. So you can either click on the oscillators, drag it up, or drag it down, and it'll change the waveform for you. Or you can click over here on the arrows, and it'll change the waveform for you. And it's got the second oscillator. You can do the same thing. So that make it easy to change the waveform. You got your voices, your detune, then you got your ADSR. Down here you have your effects, so it's your reverb. Up top you have your room volume, so you can control the size of the room. And if you're not sure, it shows you right here in the corner too. And then obviously you can mix it in. Right here is your delay, and it's, you know, your time of the delay. Then same thing, the mix, your wet dry level. Color is kind of like a filter. I want to say it's kind of like a low pass, high pass filter. So I'll play it for you so you can hear. Sugar is like distortion. You have a lo-fi, which gives it static, so you can turn that down or you can turn it up or whatever you want to do with that. Then you have your filter. The top is the resonance, then the bottom is the amount. Then you obviously have your width. And so then from there you have your filter envelopes. And so this is basically controlled by these two right here. So if you turn this on, and obviously you can adjust the ADSR, and you can adjust the pitch too. And basically it's just going to change the way everything sounds in there. So that's all of those. It's also got, if you tap over here, you can turn off the animation, so you can pause the animation, but it doesn't really take up that much CPU. I know sometimes it looks like it when it's playing. That's because it's recording, screen recording too, with OBS. But when OBS isn't on, with all 5 of those patches going, it was only taking up 26% of the CPU. So it really doesn't take up that much CPU. But I know what you guys all came here for. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get right into the brain. And if you double click on it, whatever, it takes you back to this menu right here. So I'm just going to push play, and then I'm going to push through this brain a few times, and you're going to see all this move, and you're going to get random sounds. Now, before I do this, some of the sounds sound good. Some of the sounds are going to be mad, because you got to remember, it's AI. It's all random. So let's see what we get. And then another thing to think about is that this could just be a start point. So then you can go in and then you can start manipulating the way the thing sounds. So you can go into, you know, your filters, your envelopes, and then you can start manipulating from there. So it's just a good start point too, if you think about it from that perspective. But we'll just keep hitting it a few more times so you guys can get a few more, you know, a few more examples. And so then another thing that's nice about this is that you can go into your presets and you can create a folder. So if you push add down here, then it'll tell you to add a new directory. So then you can add a new directory. Then once you add a new directory, you hit add right here. And then it'll ask for a category so that you can make your own categories, whether they're bells, keys, whatever it is that you want it to be. And then after you do that, you come over here and add, and then you can make whatever you want. So I had one sound that I liked that I saved that I was messing with that I made. So, you know, basically overall, what do I think about this plugin? I think it could be a very nice creative tool. I think for $12.50, it's definitely a good bargain. You know, the opportunity to create sounds is endless because it's gonna generate a lot of sounds for you, and then you can go into the tools and you can change the waveforms, you can change the effects, you can do a lot with it. The one negative I say is that, with that being said, that there's a lot of possibilities. I still feel like there could have been more preset sounds. You know, I just feel like there could have been more preset sounds, but that's only negative. Again, you can make so many different sounds with the AI, so you know, I guess that definitely far outweighs the negative of the negative. Make sure if you guys like this content, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so every time we drop a new video, you can be the first to find out. Appreciate you guys' time today, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.